Know when to fight and when not to fight. Appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Well, obviously. In The Art of War by Sun Tzu, there's quite a few passages that can be responded to with, well, duh. Seems kind of obvious. Thing is, when you're the first person to ever write these things down and publish them, in 5th century BC China, they're probably not so obvious. I mean, part of the reason they sound so obvious to us today is because of Sun Tzu. Plus, there's always a danger we lose sight of these key fundamental points. In this context, The Art of War is extremely insightful, because it's not just a military manual. I mean, yeah, there's stuff about feeding the horses and taking the high ground, but so much of it is applicable to grand strategy and statecraft and diplomacy. As Sun Tzu says, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Probably the closest thing to a surviving Western art of war comes in the 4th century AD, with De Re Militari by the Roman writer Vegetius. And this is really more of a straightforward military manual, you know, how to do tactics, sieges, supply lines. It only concerns war itself, whereas Sun Tzu is also about everything outside war that influences it. As he says, victorious warriors win first and then go to war. Now, there are others that also get compared with Sun Tzu, Niccolo Machiavelli, Carl von Clausewitz, but they come many centuries later. Though there is Thucydides, who's only a little later than Sun Tzu. He was more of a historian, but he was also a general, and he wrote extensively about warfare. But Sun Tzu, incredibly influential, especially in the 20th century, when a whole generation of Western leaders found out about this guy they'd never heard of called Sun Tzu, who was required reading at Japanese and Chinese military academies. Even now, The Art of War is a favorite amongst tech bros and corporate managers who like to pretend they're running a special forces operation. Even Tony Soprano. I love the scene with Paulie talking about Sun Tzu, where he also mentions Machiavelli, author of The Prince, or as he calls him, Prince Machiavelli. Maybe I'll do a breakdown of Soprano's characters and their favorite philosophers. You know, whether it's Sun Tzu, Machiavelli, or Quasimodo. So follow for more.